Good late Friday evening. I am certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this June 21st of 2019. We had quite the start to our summer season today. Even for some of you, you dealt with at least some scattered rain and thunderstorms, especially in our far northeastern counties. That might have cooled you off some, but everybody had a hot and humid day with highs back in the lower 90s and quite a bit of humidity that almost made it feel like 100 degrees for a good portion of the day. At least we're getting a break in the action. Can't say the same as we head into tomorrow night, though, so let's just dive right in. Looking at the Tom Lesser Indigo sky just outside of Seneca, Missouri, showed the casino grounds in areas outside of Seneca. Didn't see a lot in the way of action today. A little bit of cloud cover, sure, but we kept these nice and quiet overall. But those thunderstorms that clipped areas north and east of Joplin, we actually saw quite a bit of cloud cover from that, not to mention outflow from those thunderstorms. We're talking about a good burst of rain-cooled air coming out from the thunderstorms and traveling quite a distance out from those thunderstorms. And you can see what it did with temperatures. Yesterday, made it at least back to near 90 degrees and only made it into the upper 70s for overnight lows. We did climb to 91 by 1 o'clock. Then the outflow from those storms earlier today knocked temperatures back into the upper 70s early in the afternoon. And then we saw temperatures rebound again before we hit sunset this evening. At least we're quiet for now from 7th and Rangeline. The streets were hopping with a lot of traffic earlier, and now things have begun to calm down a bit. 77 degrees, the official low for Joplin Regional today, and then topping out at 92 degrees. So we're back above normal. And yeah, this definitely looks like summer numbers as the season got underway today. 83 in Joplin right now. Last check before we hit 11 o'clock. South breeze at 12, keeping the dew point up at 73, and also keeping temperatures up too. And speaking of that dew point, it's making it feel like it's still close to 90 degrees outside in Joplin. That's the same for everybody across the area. Most of us either in the upper 70s or sneaking back into the lower 80s. But when you throw in the dew points, it feels like we're still in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees outside. At least we're quiet for the rest of the night, but the south breeze will keep at it. That means temperatures, they'll stay warm overnight, so we're not going to cool off a whole lot. We'll only drop back into the middle to upper 70s as we head closer to sunrise for your Saturday morning. And then by lunchtime, we should at least climb back to 83 degrees. I think we'll have another hot afternoon before we see thunderstorm chances start to ramp back up quite a bit. Back at almost 10:43 on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, nothing in our immediate area. And again, it was nice to see things quiet and calm after some of us dealt with a good batch of thunderstorms. Late this morning, early this afternoon, clipping our far northern and eastern counties with some strong thunderstorms, not a lot in the way of severe weather. But again, that was what gave some of you the cloud cover and some of the rain-cooled air from that outflow boundary that knocked temperatures down a bit before they quickly rebounded, no problem, once we got rid of all that. Throughout the course of the late night, I'll be keeping an eye on thunderstorms, not only firing up around Colby and west of Hayes in Kansas, but also a few storms getting going in northern parts of the Wichita metro, not to mention other thunderstorms that have been trying to hold together across northeastern parts of Kansas and northwestern parts of Missouri. All those thunderstorms will not be an issue for us tonight because of the winds. At the jet stream, there's more out of the southwest moving northeast, and to mention the surface winds out of the south, mainly keeping those thunderstorms moving north and keeping them away from us. With that said, though, in the upper levels, that upper low has a few more tricks up its sleeve. It's still spinning across the northern parts of the Rocky Mountain Range. And at the surface, we have our next cold front draped across Nebraska, Kansas, and working back almost to about Las Vegas. That very cold front will start heading our way as we go throughout the rest of the weekend, and that will be the prime focal zone for thunderstorm chances to fire up, especially by Saturday evening and Saturday night. Looking at the future track for the rest of the night, though, we'll keep things nice and quiet, bouncing between mostly clear and partly cloudy skies, and again, any thunderstorm chances trying to fire up, they stay away from us as we go throughout the rest of the night. But you see how warm it'll still be by the time we get to sunrise Saturday morning. Most of us starting around 76 degrees, a south wind at 10 to 20. It could be gusting near 25 to 30 at times throughout the day, and that will do its part to get us to 83 by noon and pushing afternoon highs to about 90 degrees. Everybody should be topping out right around 90 with partly sunny skies. This run of the future track here, at least this version rather, wants to try and pop up a stray shower or storm late Saturday afternoon. I think it's jumping the gun a little too early. I think we stay dry or I expect us to, rather, as we proceed throughout the course of the day. I think our chances for rain and thunderstorms really start to ramp up once we get after 6 o'clock. That's when we're expecting thunderstorms to fire up along and ahead of the cold front, especially the thunderstorms starting up around the Kansas Turnpike and working back down the western parts of Oklahoma, west of Oklahoma City. And as those storms get their act together, they'll be working into southeast Kansas and northeast Oklahoma first. This is what the radar could look like by the time we hit 10 o'clock Saturday night. And then these will continue as we head into early Sunday morning with periods of rain and thunderstorms possible as we go throughout the rest of your Sunday. In terms of a severe threat, we're going to focus tonight on the severe threat for your Saturday night and early Sunday morning. You can see the low to elevated severe threat primarily on the Kansas and Oklahoma side, but everybody has a shot of seeing these thunderstorms as we proceed through late Saturday night and into Sunday. The main time frame for severe weather should be 6 o'clock in the evening to about 2 a.m. going into Sunday. The main threats will definitely be large hail and high wind, and we cannot rule out some heavy rain to go along with it. And on top of that, speaking of rain amounts, we can see potential rain amounts range between 1 to 3 inches before we get a chance to try and dry things out once we get past Monday morning. I say a chance to dry out because that upper level system that will give us our rain chances this weekend moves out during the day on Monday. We'll gravitate toward partly the mostly sunny skies for Monday. But look at the jet stream level. So it starts to shift that main jet to the north of us. That will ensure we stay pretty warm, if not hot, throughout the middle and latter part of next week. And with no centralized area of high pressure aloft, any weaknesses in the atmosphere could allow some random pop-up thunderstorms Wednesday going into late next week. But that will not stop us from getting into the summer warmth, if not the heat and the humidity. Let's go 90 tomorrow. The thunderstorm chances will at least knock us back to about 83 on Sunday and 82 on Monday. Then we'll get a break in the action on Tuesday, but that will also mean the temperatures rebound to about 88 and staying near 90 with maybe a shot for a random storm or two each afternoon, Wednesday, Thursday, and going into Friday. Have a good night. Have a great Saturday.